EDO Tasmania doesn't just provide advice to people concerned about wilderness areas. We also provide a lot of advice to people who live in urban or rural areas, just concerned about things that impact their lifestyle and their environments. We help people who are affected by industrial developments and pollution that's affecting their enjoyment of their environment. We provide advice around heritage and the capacity to protect heritage buildings and make sure that heritage is maintained for the future.
I'm Garry. I live in one of the poorer suburbs of Hobart. And my story here today is to tell you about the help the EDO has given me with a problem development right near the property where I live. Semi-rural sort of outlook. We had a lovely view up the valley. We had a lot of greenery all around us. Council back in 2002 approved a development application for a small subdivision, industrial lots across the road from us. Might I add, 300 metres from the front door. And also realise it's got to be responsible, sustainable development as well. You have people on site picking up plant or machinery at 4 o'clock in the morning. At 300 metres away from your residence, let me tell you, that does wake you up, the beeping of reversing alarms on machinery. And then you have uncontrolled dust storms and no suppression of the dust while they're crashing. So we had a de facto quarry operation where materials were brought in, crushed on site, taken away or disposed of on site. When you see all sorts of manner of muck dumped into large holes, and those large holes actually flow into a waterway because there's got water flowing from the top end of the valley through the site, you can't help but wonder what sort of pollutants are going down that waterway at the same time. You need to know where you actually stand, what are the outcomes potential, and what you can do to actually, hey, am I breaking the law? Am I proceeding in the right process? And this is where EDO has been brilliant, because things have come to a head and I really needed help to actually sort this process out.
The EDO helped Garry with a planning appeal. He lived adjacent to a property that a developer wanted to turn into a landscape supply yard, and the council refused a permit for that yard and the developer appealed. Garry wanted to ensure that there was appropriate conditions put onto the development to ensure that his property wasn't affected by dust, and he also had concerns about contamination on the site. So we assisted Garry in managing the appeal process and ensuring the appropriate conditions were put in place.